Yo, this is crazy, bro. Hold on. Wait a minute. So we heard Chef TREZ like recount his issues or whatever that he just had with URL, and I'm guessing they didn't let somebody get on stage. Well, so it looks like Frank White. Now, people don't know Frank White is a major like sponsor in battle rap. One of the biggest contributors. He's the money man behind a lot of matchups. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Frank White. He does a lot to make sure matchups, you know, artists try to get some promotion. He reaches out to different media. Like he does a lot of things, you know, that artists may not understand and know that he does. So, you know, shout out to Frank White. But I'm about to play something, bruh. Yo, bruh. Nah, bruh. Hold up. He interviewed Beasley, and Beasley talked about a lot of things. Then he gets into the whole Chef TREZ. Man, hey, like hold on. Let's play this. Let's play this, bro. Let's play this.
It's look, most of the time, man, like I don't even like addressing this stuff. Like I don't like, because it's like a never ending cycle, right? And it's just like a lot of times where I take the high road is because like when I say things, even when I point out the evidence, people just don't want to accept the truth. And I understand that because I'm the league owner, and then you have the talent. I mean, for the most part, what Chef TREZ said, you know, I could see it from his vantage point. But where I do think that he fell short in explaining the story is he left out a big part of the story. And I think the difference is in the details.
Bro, when y'all listen to this is crazy, man. So when you hear Chef TREZ spaces, it's like, oh man, it sounds like they did him wrong. But then when you listen to this, bro.
And you know, in terms of him putting his man on the list, we had like an open chat, and you can ask the other MCs. So he probably dumped his list in the chat. I'm not looking at his list to even know who he's sending. It was like an open chat with us and the organizers of the event. So the lady was like, yo, put your guests in here. And I was telling the guys, yo, dump your guest list in there. So I didn't look at his list like that. In terms of like, I don't even know the guy. The guy that's his friend, I've met him before on the phone.
When they talking about Chris Petty, that's who they're talking about. Everybody know who Chris Petty is. Like, it's Chris Petty. That's who it is.
But I've never met him in person, so I don't know what he looks like. I don't know him. I'm not even thinking about him. You know, that shit was Ass Twerk and Capo. That shit was J2. That shit was like Summer Madness in there. That shit was packed out. That shit was like 1,500 people. It was crazy. So, you know, there's a lot of moving parts. There's people in the building. There's industry folk. Like, I'm in there focused on trying to get the best outcome. Like, I'm not paying attention to details like that. So as far as like his man being around and us knowing or whatever the case may be, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't brought to my attention until later in the night when we were about to go on stage, the guys backstage.
Okay, and then his mic cuts out for a minute and then he comes back.
Hold on, Bees, we can't hear you.
Just tired of like.
But that, hold on, we about to get back to that. But that's kind of like, when you got a situation like with a company like URL, it's always like one person know, the other person don't know, and somebody can say they don't know. That would be like the issue. I think like if you have a problem with somebody, try to like take it up with as many people as you can to get this solved. You know what I mean? But y'all gonna hear something, because Chef TREZ is saying that he needs a conversation and he's got to have a conversation with them, and nobody's having a conversation, so things ain't good until they have a conversation. But let me see if Beasley gonna get to this point.
I'm just tired of like people like coming around us when they feel like they have some type of grounding, flipping on us. You know what I'm saying? Or coming around for the opportunity.
That's an interesting point, though. He said, I'm tired of people coming around us, and then when they feel like they have some sort of footing or standing on something, they flip on us. All right.
In the visibility, and then going on the internet the next day or that night and saying like all this crazy shit about us. Like that shit is ending. That shit is over with. Like that shit is whack. So what I did was I saw Chef TREZ. I pulled him. This is the part that he's leaving out. Like I pulled him to the side privately.
So he pulled Chef TREZ to the side privately. So they did talk. Because Chef is saying he went into space. He's talking about he needs to have a conversation. He's saying he pulled Chef TREZ to the side to talk.
Immaculate emotional control. I spoke to him calmly, and we weren't, as you said, we weren't screaming and yelling. I just said, yo, listen, is this your man? You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, he is. I said, I'm just saying, it's kind of crazy that he's going to, because we were backstage about to go on to the main stage for the performance. So it's kind of crazy that he says all these crazy things about us, and he wants to stand on stage around smack.
That is kind of crazy, though. You're saying all this crazy stuff about them, and you want to stand on stage, right? That's kind of crazy to be real. That is crazy. But at the same time, you talking about you don't know who Chris Petty is. You've never seen him. And you know he's backstage, but he done said all kind of, like, how do you know that's him? The person that's been saying all of these disparaging things about the URL that wants to be on stage. How do you know if you say you don't know who he is? Like I don't know. Like that's kind of an interesting thing to think about.
That shit is kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, Bees, nah, he doesn't talk about you. He doesn't have an issue with you guys. He has an issue with certain people within the company. And I said, okay. I said, but I don't like certain things that he said, because he had said something like a week prior that rubbed me the wrong.
So you do know who Chris Petty is, right? He said you don't know. He look like you don't know, but seem like you know him to me.
Way, but there's a million other tweets out there. I'm sure they'll resurface. After this interview, of him saying like crazy stuff about us and staff and the company. So
Chris Petty do be talking crazy about URL. Hey, let me tell y'all this before we get back into it. I was supposed to go on. Rum Nitty was about to battle JC, right? So I was in the building. I was supposed to go up there like with Rum Nitty. Like his manager wanted me on stage. They didn't want me on stage. URL, like, they didn't. Y'all know I used to be crazy on you. They didn't want me on stage, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, and I kind of understood. It's like, yo, I was kind of wild, like you said. But, it is what it is.
I was like, so I'm talking to Chef. So before the one thing that he's not saying either is I never told him, I never put him against the wall like, yo, look, either your man can't, you don't rap if your man goes on stage. I didn't even get to that point.
But the thing is, like, one of the big things is Beasley pulls Chef TREZ to the side and he has a conversation with him. And Chef is talking about he wants to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? They have to have a conversation before they square things away. And Beasley is trying to have a conversation with him about this. So it seems like what Chef is saying and what Beasley's saying, there's obviously a disconnect. You got Chef's version of the truth, Beasley's version of the truth. We don't know what the real truth is. It's being real. Chef could be telling the truth. I don't know. But it seems like what he's saying is, he talked to Chef.
As soon as I said, they said,
wait till y'all hear how this conversation goes.
You know what, Bees? I'm just not feeling this, man. I'm going to leave. So I'm like, yo, Chef, chill. Mind
you, they on Netflix right now. And they getting ready, like, you know what I'm saying? He wants to do the performances, whatever. Like, this is your league. You know what I mean? And you trying to put on and do this. You got to connect with Netflix. You trying to do, and one of your artists is talking about, man, I don't want to do this, man. Like what? Yo, bruh. Trying to help Negroes, bro. Like, Thug Life. Like, it is hard to help people, bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
He putting these people on Netflix. Oh, man, bro. But maybe Chef TREZ is right. I don't know. Let's listen to it.
It's not that serious because it was like 5 minutes. They was literally mic'd up, like ready to walk out on stage. So I'm like, yo, just chill. It's not that serious. But I had to ask you. Nah, Bees, I'm good, man. I'm not doing it. This and that. So I'm like, yo, Chef, chill. It's me talking to you. Like, we had a good relationship. And
so he trying to talk to him like, yo, like, nah, Bees, I ain't going on. I ain't like, yo, what?
You know, we showed Chef love. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had
and like he had the battle with Av, the battle with Tay-Rock, all of that. So they have been like giving Chef some looks, but like, and we gonna be real with it. Rock ran out of battles. So, like he ran out of battles. So I mean, they giving him looks, but it's like at the last minute, you know what I mean, type thing. So we gonna keep it real with that.
Av this year, you had Tay-Rock a week before that. He's probably one of the most
Yo, and they was about to give him a YouTube drop. So, you know,
artists on URL. So I was like, you know, just chill out, Chef. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like he starts to walk away from me. So like I put my hands up like just to stop him, like where like you know, like in the bends of your elbow. But it was nothing, you know, it wasn't aggressive. It wasn't aggressive conversation. It was like a brother conversation, like, yo, Chef, chill.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to keep it low. His body language, nah, I'm good. So what he does is he starts talking over me to ease because they asked that we have another person there just in case anybody for any reason got sick or didn't make it. So he's like, yo, Ease, you got your rhymes? And then Ease is like, yeah. He's like, yo, you up? And I'm like, yo, Chef, chill. It's not that as your man can. So I said,
wow. So he's making it sound like Chef TREZ was unreasonable. Chef don't really be causing problems. That is the crazy part about all of this. It's like I kind of, you know, like Chef is not a troublemaker, bro. Like he is not a troublemaker. So this is crazy hearing this, man.
your man can go on stage. It's cool. Like I told him that. So then Smack saw what was going on. So he came over. He's like, yo, Chef, what's up? Talk to me, man. He's like, yo, Chef, that shit ain't a...
So Smack tried to talk to you too? Oh, thug life. Thug life. So Beasley tried to talk to Chef TREZ. Smack tried to talk to Chef TREZ. Chef TREZ is saying in spaces nobody's having a conversation with him.
About nothing. Your man is good. He can go on stage. Now, mind you, his man wasn't even around. He was aloof to what was happening. He was all the way down the hallway. So it was only me, Chef, and Smack standing in that section of the area having a conversation. The only way that other people...
Now I understand why Smack responded the way that he did. Now I see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, why would Smack like just go and put a message out like that? Like, yo, I was gonna drop Chef TREZ versus this, but I'm not feeling it now because of what's going on the internet. Like, if this is the case, if I'm Smack, like nah, bro, I'm not dropping your battle. I'm really not rocking with you right now. If you like, we tried to sit down and talk to you and have a discussion with you, and you still doing this, like, yo.
Knew is when he raised his voice to tell Ease that he wasn't doing it and started to remove the microphone and take off his credentials. So Smack was like, yo, Chef, let me talk to you.
So Beasley trying to paint a story like Chef TREZ is super unreasonable. They had like a backup artist, which was Ease, that had supposedly have his rhymes ready just in case Chef or somebody like backs out, right? So Chef is like taking off his credentials, taking off everything, his mic, everything. Like, yo, Ease, you got you up. Forget that. I ain't doing it. I ain't rocking with this. Like, Ease, you got you up. You going on stage. I ain't rock. And they trying to, and Beasley's like trying to talk. This is how he's trying to make it sound like. He's trying to make it sound like Chef TREZ is being crazy unreasonable. Yo.
And then Chef just turned around and Smack said, yo, you going to walk off on me in mid-sentence? You're not going to talk to me? And Chef walked out the door and let the door slam.
Nah, Man, I can't believe Chef TREZ did that, man. Like, what? So, wait a minute. Chef is trying to say he's got to have a conversation. They both are trying to have a conversation with Chef TREZ. Beasley and Smack are trying to have a conversation with Chef TREZ. Chef TREZ is super mad. He's not trying to hear anything Beasley got to say. He's trying to like tell him he ain't going to like perform or do all whatever. Then Smack is trying to talk to Chef TREZ. Chef don't want to hear nothing he got to say. He walks off mid-sentence of Smack trying to talk to him and walks out the door and the door slams.
He didn't even wait for his man. He walked out by himself. His man stayed in the building. He didn't even know what happened and said, yo, fellas, do you want me to run outside and get him and bring him back in? And I said, nah, it's cool. Because Ease was already there and we had to go on stage. It's like we don't have time for him to go out, have a conversation, and talk to him.
Somebody said Beasley never takes accountability. Why would he take accountability if he didn't do nothing wrong? What do y'all want? Like, y'all just think they just wrong all the motherfucking time? Like, they ain't always wrong? I'm not saying he's like Beasley 100% right. Sometimes these league owners are right. What you want him to do? Just make everybody think he's wrong? Like, he's telling you what his version of what happened. Like, what is y'all doing? Like, y'all hate the league so much. Like, God, what is up with y'all? My bad, Marcus Chapman. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, he can't even tell you what happened. Oh, he ain't taking no accountability. What? Yeah, they would be listening to what be said in the blog. They just want to get on here and type. Shout out to Wab Funk. He said Beasley tried to Jay-Z that. Yo, it's crazy, bruh.
To try to convince him to go back. So we just went on stage and did the show. And then that night, he goes on the internet and goes out. I'm not going to say verbatim because I don't remember. I don't know exactly what the tweet said, but it was something.
Nah, Frank White, this is set up, bro. Frank White, I don't trust you, dog. Like, how did you had to know he was about to come on here and talk about Chef? Yo, what? This crazy, man.
To like, I would never bet you.
Beasley had to get everything in order. Like, I'm about to get in spaces with Frank White. We about to talk about Chef TREZ. I'm about to set the narrative.
Pray a friend for opportunity.
What's up, Sean Mayberry, a member on the channel. Wab Funk, a member on the channel. We're gonna get back to it. Marcus Chapman said UEA. You said I can't see that. Somebody deleted it or you deleted it.
But what he's not saying is I never even got the words out to say either your friend goes or you don't rap. Right? And I don't know if it's his manager or his friend. I didn't even know that managers are mandatory to be on stage when someone's rapping. You know what I'm saying? I come from the music business. The manager stands on the side and watches the artist perform and handles the business.
Oh, yo, he going in on you eloquently, Chris Petty. You got to go in spaces. Thug, like, you got to go into spaces, dog. You got to. He said, you a manager, want to be all in the video. He talking crazy. He can low-key going in on you, Chris Petty, man. Y'all got to do a spaces, man. You and Chef TREZ, y'all got to respond to this because he making y'all seem bad.
So I didn't even know that had to be a thing. You know what I'm saying? But he was never put in a position where he said,
we ain't going to do that because Rum Nitty's manager, Rich, I'm really cool with Rich. You know what I'm saying? He was all in the videos. Rich was on stage with Rum Nitty at every battle. His ex-manager. Like, so sometimes managers be everywhere, bro. We ain't gonna do that, man. They be wanting to support their artists.
Yo.
Marcus Chapman said Frank White just wanted that exclusive. Shout out to Frank White, man.
You can't rap if your man goes on stage. We didn't even get that far. And we told him numerous times, bro, it's cool. It's not that serious. Your man can go on stage. He opted to leave. That's what he's not saying.
I understand that.
So Chef TREZ opted to leave. All right. Yo, it's crazy, bro.
And I appreciate your perspective. And everybody, it's a crazy time. We're not gonna act like we're not in a crazy place in life, and there's a lot going on and stress, and a lot of
everybody exposing each other on Christmas Eve. Only a battle rap, bro.
Things going on right now, and these are real times. And there's different ways to handle situations, but I think that as fans, we would love to see that reconciled, and communication really solves a lot. So we do hope.
Now, here's the problem, though. And we're going to finish hearing what Beasley's saying, but it's like Chef TREZ publicly came out and said some things against the URL. Beasley, our URL representative owner, came out and addressed Chef TREZ. He basically said Chef TREZ is lying, right? How can this situation even be rectified? Because they both had a low-key falling out publicly. Like, so if I'm in the building with you again, like, and I'm like, yo, why'd you just lie? Like, bro, I'll be like, ask mad people. I approach mad people about like random stuff when I'm in the events. If I was like, yo, I would be like, yo, why'd you do that? Why'd you go lie? Like, we paying you, we doing all this stuff. Why'd you do? Like, I would say something, bro. That would be an awkward situation if you got a battle on my event again. Like, this is crazy, bro. But, we don't know. Chef TREZ could be telling the truth. I don't want to put that out there. We don't know. Just because Beasley is saying it more eloquently without a whole bunch of cuss words, he still got some in there. It don't mean that he's 100% right. Let's put that out there.
It's not right. So, like, my thing is, like, I hate, like...
Don't tell me Merry Christmas. Send us super chat. Like y'all be doing to everybody else.
Internet talk. Like, I hate that shit, man.
He said, I hate the internet talk. I hate that. Like, what?
Like, that shit is disgusting to me. Like, we all men, right? And we know each other. We're cool with each other. URL never spoke on the incident. After it happened, we didn't say a word about it. We acted like it never happened. He put it in the public with the tweet. Oh, betray a friend. So we still didn't say anything about it, right? He hit me up a couple of days later on text, right? Because if we're telling the story...
Hold on, I got to change this title. Beasley exposes Chef TREZ. I mean, it's kind of what it sounds. What y'all think? We gotta sauce up this title a little bit. Yeah, Beasley exposes Chef TREZ. The real story. Let's do that. The real story. No, I ain't gonna do that. Shout out to Chef TREZ.
Nobody got a deposit because it's not how this works. This is an industry event. So, I know a lot of guys, their first interactions in dealing with business and being paid for their talent is through URL or battle rap, where it's you get your money as soon as you get off stage type of thing, right? And I was explaining to him, like, yo, bro, like, this is different. It's going to be a certain amount of business days after, there's paperwork and things you have to sign before you get paid. So I gave him.
Mr. 9, he said, y'all standing by yourself. Chef is wrong.
I personally gave him in advance because he asked me for it.
He gave him in advance too. Oh, Lord. I gave you in advance. I'm giving you an opportunity. You give me a problem. I'm trying to talk about it. You yelling. You acting a fool up in Netflix. Like, nah, bruh.
You know what I'm saying? So, in all due respect, he hit me and acknowledged that. You know what I'm saying? He said, yo, I know you gave me in advance. Whatever we have to do to work it out. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up seeing him at Tay Rock's event, and I spoke to him, and I said, yo, we'll speak. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. But then it was still like a week removed, so I didn't know what was going to happen. And the reason why I didn't speak to him that day is because he battled that day. And it was a battle rap event. So, like, I'm not going to...
Man, this whole space is to address Chef TREZ, bro. This is what this is about. We not going to act like Beasley interview. Hey, Frank White, if you want to do a Spaces with me, and you want me to just expose somebody, just be like, we going to title it, Frank White, Spaces. Piper Boy exposing everybody. That's what we going to do, man.
Bring this whole energy before this man is about to rap on stage, for one, and two, it just wasn't the place to have that type of conversation with people around. So that's why we didn't speak. Could I have called him a couple of days later? Yeah, I could have. And he could have called me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, being that he had a deposit and all, but he didn't call me and I didn't call him. So it's not like he was texting me or hitting.
Bro, that is the craziest part, right? I'm giving you deposits. I'm putting money in your pocket. I'm giving you opportunities. I'm doing this. I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to be like professional. And like dealing with an artist is insane. And then the artist knows like you need him. Like you know what I mean? They know that. Like these street dudes, like they know. Like you need me. Oh, I got your money. Oh, I'm gonna do anything. That's how. I ain't saying Chef don't always be like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put that on him. But it's how a lot of them be. And then you still got to be nice. Bank! Boop, bow, bop, bank! Where my money at? We at Netflix, you want to act? Bank! Am I wrong? Like, what y'all? Come on, bro. We ain't about to, you want to be, we in the Netflix hallway, you want to talk? Bow! Oh, you want to take off your credentials? Bank! Give my deposit.
Hitting me and I'm dubbing him, and we didn't have a chance. We just didn't have a chance to talk. It was all new, and there was no card playing that he was going to be on. So it just wasn't the time for us to talk. So I'll take accountability and say, yeah, I could have called him, you know, that Monday after Rock's event, but he didn't call me. I didn't call him. I'm busy working. I'm sure he has things going on that he's working, and he battles a lot. He battles pretty frequently. So he wasn't calling me, and I wasn't calling him.
But hopefully in the future we can make that call happen. You know, you guys can. Communication is everything in terms of rectifying relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yo, listen, it ain't nobody got threatened, nobody got touched. It was, you know what I mean? It was just, I just felt like those were certain details that people needed to understand, because I saw online people like, damn, man, they could have told him that wasn't the way to do it. But like, you could tell your story, but you got to tell every part of the story, bro.
Yeah, he right about that. You got to tell everything, man.
You can't just tell that and leave out those big gaps in the story, because
then you also don't want to like paint out the league if they're trying to be professional with you and they're trying to have open dialogue and they're trying to express communication. You don't want to make it seem like this is because to a lot of fans it looks like URL is very unreasonable. They're very unprofessional. They don't care about the artist. They don't want to listen to them. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of people look at them. Just because of what's been put out, when the artists flip and they don't say nothing, you know, but when you hear this, like Beasley's like, nah, I tried to pull him to the side. I tried to talk to him. Smack tried to pull him to the side, tried to talk to him. He walks off mid-conversation. And Smack's like, yo, you ain't gonna let me finish? You're gonna walk out mid-conversation while I'm trying to talk to you? Walks out, door slams. And when Beasley trying to talk to him, he's screaming at Ease, you going up, you ready? I ain't about to do it. You know what I mean? Taking off his credentials. Yo.
That makes all the difference on how somebody will perceive something, you know?
I understand completely, and I appreciate you.
Know what I'm saying? In terms of...
Hollow Poetics went to 199. He said, wait a minute. He said, Beasley, very vocal. Hey, he letting it be known, like, yo, like, I think they not letting nothing slide no more. I don't think they care. They are rich. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to keep doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I think if they did lose Chef TREZ as an artist, I think it would be a little impact. You know what I'm saying? He's not like a Rock or something like that. But I think Chef TREZ has a higher ceiling than like a Tay-Rock in terms of URL. You know what I'm saying? The roster that they have, Rock can battle just about everybody. You know, so you know you don't want to lose somebody like that or somebody you can just call. You know what I mean? That does have a fan base, like a built-in fan base. So I don't know. And then like if they don't like Chris Petty, like who knows? Chris Petty can be in Chef TREZ's ear, you know, telling them like all kind of stuff now. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what can be going on.
Other thing I want to clear up too, like he said Smack didn't speak to him. Of course Smack is not going to speak to him, because the last time Smack tried to speak to him, he turned his back and walked out the door with
Chef, man.
damn near a microphone on his chest before he was about to rap at a big event where we're connecting with bigger platforms. So of course Smack is going to feel away. So they saw each other. He didn't walk up to Smack and say, yo, Smack, what's up? And Smack didn't walk up to him and say what's up. So they just kind of saw each other and avoided each other. So it's not like Smack played him, like he tried to speak to Smack and Smack dissed him. And it's not like, you know, Smack spoke to him and he dissed Smack. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to clarify that as well. That, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's people have this whole thing in their mind of how things were, and that's just not what it was. You know what I'm saying?
I
So it's
understand.
just like, yo, we never spoke about it. And then the whole shit with the battle, you know what I'm saying? Like, I sent him the promo material because I was going to put out Chef TREZ and Swamp, which, again, shows, like, we're not harboring any feelings, right? We're putting it on YouTube. So I sent him the promo.
Oh, no. Because Chef is like, yo, they just sent me the promo for Swamp and Chef TREZ, and I'm just like, yo, why am I going to promo that? But the way Beasley just laid this out, and he basically saying, like, even after all of this, just to show that there's like no hard feelings, even though you are wrong, just to show that there's no hard feelings, we're going to put your battle out. And we want you to promote a battle that we're going to put out, a battle that you win. Yo, it's a good thing Beasley did this, bro.
Material, not even thinking that there was like some big issue. Like I said, we were going to talk. So I just sent them the promo material, which was like a flyer and a trailer. And I sent the same thing to Swamp. I look up on Twitter, it's like, I don't care about a drop with a middle finger to us. So it's like, yo, bro.
Yo, nah, bruh. This crazy. So, man.
Again, Smack sees it. I said, yo, listen, we're not able.
Somebody said Chef TREZ stood on business. URL was on some fake stuff. How? Did you not hear anything? Did you just come in here to just type? Did you not hear anything Beasley just said to you or said to everybody? What are you talking about?
Even gonna engage in disrespect. All Smack said was, yo, I was about to put this battle out. I saw something disrespectful on Twitter that I didn't like, so I'm switching to a different battle.
Yeah, Marcus Chavez, and he put the middle finger emoji. Like, yo, Chef is, yo, what? Chef funny, bro. Like, what? Sean Mayberry, he said, is the tweet still up? I don't know. Let me look.
That's all he said. He didn't disrespect TREZ, and that's all that happened. So, I mean, it's not even a big issue. I don't even know why we're here, why this shit is even being discussed. Nobody was touched. There was nobody cursed at anybody. Nobody ran. You know what I'm saying? It is like, what is the purpose in even telling that story?
I do understand what you're saying, and I understand your perspective, his perspective. I just want you to understand that as fans, we hope that there can be communication and resolution. You feel what I'm saying? Life is short.
Yeah, of course, it's it can be communication. You know, I'm telling you this because you asked me about it, and it's just a time where, like, we live in an information age, and it's like when people say something and you don't respond, you're automatically guilty. And we took the high.
Yo, Chef TREZ said, I guess I was supposed to care. I'll tweet that same tweet 10,000 times and nobody gonna say or do none to me except on here. Now please assume I was saying I wanted the battle dropped on my page instead of YouTube. Dumbest stuff ever. Reading is fundamental.
For so long, not righting the wrongs or telling the entire story from our perspective, so that there's like
no, his tweets up.
A way for people to actually evaluate something and make a decision on who they felt was wrong or right. So then it's just always URL is the bad guy.
You do take the high road in a lot of situations. Why is that?
I just feel like oftentimes, like people have made up their mind in their decision, so you're not going to change it. So
Chef TREZ still got that tweet up. He said, "I don't care about that YouTube drop today." Middle finger up. He said, "I care more about the battles dropping on my own channel." Whoa. Chef TREZ, he don't care, bro. Hey, yo, he got like 30. How many followers he got? He got like mad followers. Hey, Chef, you popular, bro. He got 35,000 followers.
It's like, what is the purpose in even engaging?
I only got like 21,000 on Twitter. I need to like promote my Twitter more. I got like 21,000.
With people, because then it's like it doesn't stop, because then I say something, then the guy turns around, then he has to tell part 2 and part 3 and all these other different things, and then now you're going back and forth with somebody over something that's minuscule. This is a light story. Nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling the parts that were left out of the story. Since we're here, I never spoke about it. We never put it out on the internet. You know what I'm saying? He did.
Yeah. And y'all responded. Speaking of the event, y'all had Capo up there battling New Jersey.
I don't know, man. So what y'all think about it? Shout out to Chef TREZ, man. Like it's entertaining. As far as battle rap, that's the Beasley. This is the problem with battle rap, bro. It ain't much to talk about. Y'all don't, like, the artists don't really promote. There's no real backstories to a lot of battles. You know what I mean? Kind of running out of battles, to be real with you, that people care about. You know, so any little thing that happens, any little gripe, people gonna blow it up, like me, Thug Life. People gonna blow it up and they gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Beasley. I'm glad you came out. You talked about it. Chef TREZ gave his side of the story, his version of what he thinks is real, what happened. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, man. Chef TREZ could be telling the truth. Beasley can be telling the truth. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It's his side of the story. You know, Chef's side, Beasley's side of the story, and then it's the truth. So we don't know. But the way Beasley like did put it together, sound kind of spot on. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. And if y'all can, for real, you know what I'm saying? We all like kind of laughing about this. I hope y'all do fix this, because I think Chef TREZ is a talent, you know, that should continue. You know what I mean? Y'all, if y'all can figure things out, should still work with each other. But, you know, if he's disrespecting y'all like that, that's another thing. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got to figure out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm out, y'all.